Alright, let's get right into it. So I'm going to show you guys why jump kicks are really powerful, how to use them, how to defend against them, and basically shit you should be knowing about jump kicks. Alright, so when it comes to jump kicks, they're very powerful in this game. Like, they have a really good hitbox, depending on, you know, your character. A lot of the, damn near every character's jump kick is pretty fucking good, like with the hitbox wise. And they can be very hard to anti-air. Like for a lot of characters, they're kind of busted. It's very difficult to anti-air. That is one. Two is, there's just no loss in like throwing a jump kick. If your opponent blocks it, still your turn. If you land it, then you know you can get some nice damage going. Like boom. Yep, that just happened because I landed a fucking jump kick. But here's the thing, if your opponent blocks it, it is still your turn. So there's two things you're gonna want to do in this. There's actually more than two things you're gonna want to do. Here's the thing. So you throw this, and I throw my mid. My fastest mid, with Shao Kahn's fastest mid is 10 frames. That's not his pokes. If I throw this after my opponent blocks the jump kick, this is going to land. They try poking, they try jumping, doesn't fucking matter what they're going to try to do. I will always win. My mid will always win, because I am like plus, it changes depending on how you land. +5, I throw my 10 frame mid. That shit is always going to land, no matter what. Now, if you throw a slow mid, like, what is it? This is a possibility that it won't land. Or this, like a slow mid, probably like 13 frames and up, I want to say. There is a really good chance your opponent can poke out, can poke you out of it. It all depends on your character and how much hit advantage you get from the jump kick and where you land your jump kick. It changes. That was 4. Alright, let's see if I can get a 6. That was 3. It changes. Like, I know you can get up to 6 with Shao Kahn, but it changes. That's something you're going to have to test out. So, there's that. The best thing to do is to throw your fastest mid. You're not going to want to throw a high. You're not going to throw a slow mid. You're going to want to throw your fastest mid. Or, what you could even do is throw a poke. That is a possibility. Like, you could do something like this right here. And then, you know, if it lands, it's good. If it doesn't, you're -8. You're completely safe. Just want to throw something that's fast. I want to say something that's like 11 frames and down. Like, you know, if your opponent doesn't, if your character does not have a fast mid, here's something else you can do. Because I use my main character Scarlet, and there really isn't shit I could do. Like, every time I throw any of her mids, my opponent pokes out, and it sucks. But here's something you can do: is you do it, step back, and then you throw your mid. Because what's really good about this is that your opponent basically has to respect you. If they try uppercutting, if they try throwing a poke, you could actually catch them. Let me actually show you an example. Alright, I'm going to actually, let's put him on auto. Actually, let's put him on block. Block off. Let's see. Something like that, right? You try to poke, and I get clipped. So, because you are actually plus, and you can, that's how you can catch your opponent. That's one thing that's really good to do with Shao Kahn. Or, you know, you could, if you're Shao Kahn, you could throw, like, you know, a good footsie mid, in a way. Like, one that, you know, has some, like, length to it, some reach to it. And then that's how you can catch your opponent. Because every time your opponent throws a poke, there's recovery to it. So if you know, throw it at the right time, you can punish his poke. So that's another really good thing to do, is to step back. If you have slow mids, that is really good to do. So it's like, boom, step back, and then punish them. That is one thing that, like, I need to work on myself and actually doing it in a match. It's really good. A lot of high-level players do this. When people do this shit to me, I get thrown off by it. So I would definitely add this. This is something I personally need to work on as well. And then there's that. And then another thing you can do, which everyone does, and it is smart, is a grab. The reason why is that if your opponent gives you respect, right? If they know what they're doing, if they're a good player, they have to respect the fucking jump kick. They have to. So one really good thing is, you know, pick a side and just start fucking tossing your opponent. A lot of people do this because they know if they fucking disrespect the frames and going for a poke or people love doing uppercuts, they're gonna get clipped. Like if, you know, if Johnny's like, okay, I'm gonna mash, boom, you're gonna have to eat all that 20% by Shao Kahn. So there's that. That is one thing you need to know. Like, it all depends on if your opponent gives you respect or not. Another good thing to do is, honestly, you can't go wrong with stagger into a grab. That's also really good to do. Just throw your opponent off completely. So yeah, there's that. So there's a lot of things to do. But now you're like, okay, how do I defend this bullshit? One, you should be practicing your anti-airs. You have to practice your anti-airs. They're fucking very important. If your character has inconsistent anti-airs, a lot of characters in this game have inconsistent anti-airs. Now you tell yourself, how the fuck did that not land? Best thing you can do, and the smartest thing you can do, is when your opponent does a jump kick, best thing to do is to block. Really pay attention to the screen. Even lean in just a little bit and start guessing which way your opponent is going to grab you. Honestly, this is honestly the smartest thing to do, which is block and just wait and see which way they're going to grab you. So one thing I really like to do is I block, my opponent does a jump kick, and I'm just, let me actually show you guys. So let's see, I'm gonna put him that. So this is what you want to do. This is what it's gonna look like. Boom. How you doing? Right away. You see that? I'm literally mashing the way I think he's gonna grab me, and then he gets the fuck out of there. There's no loss in that. There's really no loss in that. That is the smartest thing to do, right there. Wait for your opponent and just see what that little cocksucker's gonna do. Honestly, and to me that is the best thing to do, and that's the best way to defend against what is it, jump kicks, anti-airs, and that right there. Because sometimes guessing, like, you know, or disrespecting the frames, you know, it could fuck you up. It could tilt the game. You know, it could just be big trouble little China, to be honest. So yeah, so I hope you guys learn from this. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna be dropping a couple more videos soon. We'll see where it goes. Alright, so check you guys later. Hallelujah, holla back. Check you later. Deuces.